you mentioned the Star of Bethlehem. In my opinion, that was not a star.
Planet?
No.
No?
I've read extensively on this. I've spoken extensively. I have a 75-minute video I've done. Every so-called explanation of the Star of Bethlehem is false, in my opinion.
Okay.
And what I do...
I'm ready for this.
Okay. What I do is show the 8 clues, and you could say 9 maybe, in Scripture. All are in Matthew, except for one that's in Luke. Let's say 9 clues of what the Star of Bethlehem was. And what I do is I make a grid, and I list all of those 9 characteristics of the Star of Bethlehem, and then the physical explanations, so that you can compare each one, put a check mark for each of those 9 scriptures. Is this being fulfilled? Is this? And so, was it a planet? Was it an asteroid? Was it a comet? Was it a supernova? Was it an occultation of planets or a conjunction of planets? I've heard them all, and I've put them on my graph, and none of them satisfies all 9 of these characteristics. So that leaves you with this impasse. Either you have a high view of Scripture, where every one of those clues has to be taken seriously, in which case nothing, no physical explanation works, or we can pick and choose the ones we want to satisfy our experimenter's bias. I don't buy that, because I believe all Scripture is inspired. And so when you're left with no physical explanation, then the only solution is that it was a divine miracle. And we see that in Scripture. Look at Balaam. When his donkey sees this angel in front, look at the Shekinah glory of God that descended on the camp, or on the tabernacle in the wilderness. The rest of the world never comments on it. They didn't see it. But it was seen by the ones God wanted it to be seen. And so I think that the Star of Bethlehem, because no physical explanation satisfies all the characteristics of Scripture, if you take Scripture seriously, the only possible explanation, it was a miraculous apparition in the heavens.
So it's a supernatural moment that God just sets in place for that exact moment, and it was not something in a lunar cycle.
That's right.
It was just here God was pointing, here's a spot, here's where he is.
And look at Elijah when he was in the Aramean camp, and his servant was there, and they were surrounded by the armies.
He says we're outnumbered.
We're outnumbered. And Elijah says,
open his eyes,
open his eyes so he may see. And God opened his eyes, and here he sees the hills full of chariots of fire. He couldn't see before. So there again, we see this concept of vision, whether we have it or we don't.